So, hello. Glad some of you can join us. We see a couple people on there already. We did not advertise for this one because we didn't know if we were going to be able to make it on tonight or not, but we made it.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
Yes, hopefully that means you're hearing us and seeing us and all that good stuff.
We're not jittery or anything like that.
Yes. So we're live over here too, so we got it going. So
We're here.
we're here to chat and talk about the week and all the, I mean, there wasn't that much that went on, but just
Snowed here last week. And
yes,
so we
finally got to test out snow mode.
snow mode in the Rivian. That was fun.
Yeah, it was basically like what snow? There's snow on the ground, so.
Yeah, you even put it low enough that the snow is just barreling over the hood.
Yeah. So we ended up with, I think, 11 inches of snow is what we ended up with. So it was a good little test, and it was windy, so there were drifts and things like that were more, because we went out on some of the back, gravel roads and stuff, and man, that thing, did not struggle at all. And then even the next morning when I went to work, the roads were still not great. They were definitely...
Especially side streets.
Yeah, and just slick, really compacted, icy snow on the main roads, and it was the most comfortable that I have really ever felt driving a vehicle in the snow. And that includes the stopping portion of it.
It was really good.
Obviously, you never want to get going faster than you can stop when it's icy out, but I was just really impressed because I felt confident going. I felt confident stopping. Even turning, you could feel, if you started to slip, you could feel the truck adjusting for it. So it was, I was really impressed with snow mode. I did not put it in soft sand mode like this guy does, but...
If you don't know what soft sand mode is, it takes away all the traction control and increases. We think it increases your torque.
It seems like it because it makes a noise that I have never heard before. It's like whoosh. You're just like, what is happening? But
it's fun time.
It is. So we're now we know we will absolutely positively. It says, "Hello, Tesla Cowboy." It specifically says, "Do not use this mode on concrete," and we're pretty sure why, because it seems like it will break
Which
stuff.
I saw Kyle Connor do it on pavement. It was just like, it was crazy.
Yeah, we heard a rumor once, and this is a rumor. We don't have this confirmed, but that someone somewhere along the lines said that Rivian had tone down the torque on the trucks because they were breaking stuff, and you put it in soft sand mode and you're like, okay, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. But
was,
who knows if it's actually true or not, but that's how it feels when you put it in soft sand
We'll
mode.
just say it's true.
Yeah, we'll just, we're the experts here. So anyway, so snow mode was super fun, and it's been 2 years since our kids have gotten to play in snow.
Yeah.
We haven't had more than 2 inches, which in Nebraska, so it was just all around fun to have a good snow day. So, hello, Steven, and yes, Kyle does do some crazy stuff. Yeah, when we went off-roading with him in Colorado, and he was on street tires, in his week-old Rivian, and here we are with our all-terrain tires, we're going awfully fast. So, Motor Trends article on the R1T. No, actually, I didn't. It is slower in snow mode. That is for sure. It definitely, Steve was jamming on the accelerator in snow mode.
But once it gets over maybe 25 mile an hour, then it kicks in.
Well, we have to block Tesla Cowboy now because it's 85 where he is.
It was 50-something today.
It wasn't bad here today, but I'm ready for summer and warm weather and camping and adventuring and all that stuff.
We want to get back to camping.
Yeah, I can do cold weather adventures for a little while, but then I'm over it, and I don't want to be cold anymore. So, but, so our most exciting news for today, drum roll please.
We got a VIN number on the Hummer EV, so who knows what that means.
Yeah, Kyle says sport tires, 22s, and no underbody protection, and he was ready to take on anything where we were not in our underbody protection and all-terrain tires.
Yeah, I question whether you need the underbody protection, but that's just me. And we're not going to ever be hardcore 4x4s.
No.
So we could talk about that. Is it tomorrow or Thursday?
Wednesday, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're going to have a podcast drop where we talk to Samuel, who is IAM.RockLander on Instagram, and he does a ton of rock crawling. He's got a super cool Jeep, but he owns an R1T, and so we have a nice conversation with him talking about all the stuff he's done.
Yeah.
He was at King of the Hammer. And he said he was showing the truck off, which that's what we really need. We need some people that are willing to introduce it to their crew, because he's really big into that group, the overlanding and rock crawling group. And so we really need people like that to show their crew, their people,
that it's capable.
That it's a really cool truck, and electric can work.
Yeah. So. And taking it, out into the middle of the desert for days and boondocking and, all that kind of stuff. So it's like, it was cool to talk to him because he had both sides of it, and hearing what he had to say about the Rivian and how it was doing.
Kilowatts.
Hello, kilowatts. But yeah, so. But
you can invite him to go live with us.
Well, did he even hear what we said about the Hummer? That's what I want to know.
He's going to hound us to keep all of them.
I know. He wants us to have all three, but we got the VIN number for it, so we'll see when it... Yeah, we got the VIN for the Hummer, Ryan. We got the VIN for the Hummer, so now we wait and see how quickly it comes. But we are... He says, oh my gosh. Yeah, so we'll see how all of that pans out. But saying about how much it costs to charge that thing, and because the battery is gigantic. It's even going to be interesting to see, like, charging at campgrounds and stuff, like getting a significant charge over the course of the evening and all that stuff. Ooh, there's $1 million question.
We charge our Rivian to 70% most nights. If we're going into the weekend, and actually we charge them like once a week, to be honest. Like this, we're probably not your typical people. We just charge them once a week, and anyways, we'll charge them 70% most of the time. If we're going into a weekend, we got to do a lot of driving, we'll do it 85%. But I mean, our typical week doesn't even consume that 70% at all.
No.
And we're like in the soccer mom mode where we're driving everywhere. So not everywhere. I mean, Lincoln's only so big. But.
Yeah, but we are getting a lot of driving in. But I mean, I personally, so he parks the Lightning in the spot where we have our fast charger. And so right now, I've just gotten in the habit of I come in and I plug the R1T in every night on like a wall outlet. So I just plug it in enough that I get enough charge to keep going. So I don't even fast charge unless like we go. So when we were playing in the snow, we went and we drove around for probably a couple hours in the snow just having fun. And so then I was down to, I don't know, 30 or 40%. So we just put in... So we came in and I did fast charge at that point. But most of the time I'm just plugging into a wall. Yeah, 70%. And I mean, it is better for the long term, and it works. Like for us, we don't need to go any higher than that over the course of the day. If I wake up and I have 40%, like, I didn't plug in or something, I'm not concerned that I'm not going to make it through my day at all. Probably not even 30%. I'm not concerned because I'm probably fine at like 10%, but I have the range anxiety in the family, so I want it to be 10 or 20% higher than what I'm taking
I was charging another vehicle and I put it down to 7 or 6% or something like that.
Yes. Oh yeah, on the Lightning.
It doesn't bother me.
Yes. All right. So we had a couple questions come in here, so I'm going to go back and see what we got. Oh, what are we trading in?
We'll save that for another day.
When we figure it out.
We probably have a decent idea.
Yeah,
Most of you probably have a decent idea. What should we trade in? Yes. You tell us.
Yes.
I would love to actually know what the community would like us to do, what to trade in. And I know Ryan's going to say nothing.
Neither. Right away. No hesitation at all. He says nothing. Neither. All right. So then Brandon was asking if we're confident in Electrify America. Took My first road trip in a Model Y from Austin to Tampa, no issues. R1S on order, but not sure if I will follow through. Oh, follow through. You know.
Let me borrow it for like a year.
Yeah. Keep them, Ryan says. No, we are confident in it. I mean, for the most part, like, do you need to check and make sure everything appears to be working right? Yes, you should. But, you know, as long as you have 1 or 2 chargers that are there that are working, then you should be able to make it. So we're confident enough that we have 2 vehicles that run off of it. So do we think about having a Tesla sometimes? Oh, getting spam calls in the middle of the live stream. So so the Hummer will take about twice as long as
probably. True.
Yep.
I mean, close to. I mean, but maybe that's where we just need to plug it in every night. But we'll see. Who knows?
We'll see how it goes.
All of that. So,
don't trade anything.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna need some like major like GMC to sponsor our channel if we're gonna keep all 3.
Gonna need somebody to.
Somebody.
We maybe need to figure out the sponsorship deal. If you guys know anybody that wants to sponsor us, that'd be great.
Tesla Cowboy says it looks like we prefer the Rivian. And then he says he doesn't think that Ford is there with the software yet, to be honest. They have been making changes, though. Like,
they made a really good UI update. Really good one, I thought.
Yeah, no, I thought so, too. Like, it was clear that they were trying to make it look more... I gave $5. Like, you started laughing, so I lost my train of thought. But it was really clear that Ford, like, was trying to make their UI, like, look better, look more like smooth.
The
new
one.
The new one that came out. So it was pretty clear that they were trying to make it look a little bit more streamlined is the word that I was looking for, that it's that it looks a little bit more Tesla or Rivian like. The icons went from like looking like little kitty like the
Your
little
$5,
kitty.
yes.
$5 in dinner and
if you guys don't follow Kilowatts, you have to.
Yes.
He's funny.
Yes.
Yeah, your $5, we're up to $15, but we haven't moved off that 15 since day 2. We have an idea what we're going to do with the $15 raised. But
we do, but that'll all come. We appreciate you, and keep on sponsoring us.
$5 at a time.
He's like, I'm going to come out there and put it on Turo for you. That's what I'm going to do. The House Driver Plus after the latest update.
We haven't even tried it.
Yeah, we don't have. So we live in Lincoln, Nebraska. There is like not highway unless you're traveling to Omaha, and we haven't had to go to Omaha yet. But we need to talk to Tim and Crystal. I don't know if they're on, but we need to go out there for lunch to talk about Charged Rally stuff. So maybe we'll be able to use it next week and then get back to you guys when we go on.
Yeah,
on next week.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I read, it was just maybe like the wavering back and forth, or however you say that, waffling. Maybe that's better, but I guess...
Zubar. Somebody is from Lincoln.
Woo, Zubar. Or they like jazz at the Zubar.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Zubar's fun.
Yeah. Getting hearts over there. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's Kilowatts again. See, it's our one true fan.
Is he sponsoring us with hearts?
Right? Exactly. Hearts alone. There's Tim. We were just talking about you. I don't know if you caught that or not, but that'll be.
So don't tell him what we said.
Oh no, we'll just leave him in the dark. So then, but speaking of the Charged Rally. We're 1 week in, way earlier in the game than for last year, and we're already halfway to having the same amount of people as last year, so that was better than I expected. So I think we'll get a pretty good crowd this year, which is exciting. So if you haven't gone on to sign up for it yet, do that. We're sending out a whole bunch of messages and stuff and trying to make connections for getting some good stuff happening there. So
yeah, and we're getting some people reaching out to us to do reviews on e-bikes. So we'll have plenty of e-bikes to give away.
We'll just keep on racking them in.
I don't know.
Everybody gets an e-bike.
We'll at least have one e-bike there.
Yes.
We're still trying to figure out all this stuff that we're gonna have there. So
over here we've got Hey from Canada with my Model Y. Hello.
Hello.
Are you friends with Ray?
Everybody has to know Ray.
Yes.
Did you go to Andy in Canada and get your Model Y hitch? Modified?
Yes.
At Can-Am RVs.
Yeah, that's our claim to fame now with Canada. So.
Yeah, that's Ray and Andy.
Yep.
Hopefully we get to know more people from Canada.
Yes, because Ray and Andy are both awesome people, so love it. Running boards.
We have them on the Lightning. I'm assuming you're asking about the Rivian, but no, not for us. I mean, you're shorter and you seem to be okay with it.
Yeah.
It's got Neil mode, so it goes down to the lowest. So.
Yeah. So with Neil mode, I should stop. I should need to answer one question at a time. I'm sorry, everyone. My brain. So since we got Neil mode, I do not have to. It's not an issue for me at all. I hop right in and out once it kneels down, and every once in a while it does catch me off guard if I get out a little quicker than I'm used to, and then I'm like, whoa, geez, we were up high this time. So, but we don't need it, and I like the clean look of not having them on there. So, even our trucks before, we had the extendable running boards because we liked the look of them being tucked up and out of the way. So, probably not going to do the running boards on the Rivian. Okay, so. And then we got hi from rural East Texas with a Bolt. Wait, people in the country can't have EVs. No. That's what the internet tells us. No. No hitch on my Y yet. Canada is a bit big. Yes, Canada.
Yeah,
it's really big. So that's like saying, hey, you're from the U.S. I know somebody from the U.S. Okay. Got our Rivian about a month ago. We love it. Former Y owners. Good. That's exciting. We did you get the R1S or the R1T? That's our question. So upstate South Carolina with the Rivian. So that's another thing is we actually got into a Rivian for an R1S, I should say. An R1S for the first time this
Didn't
week.
Drive it. There's a guy locally, Dakota Charged Auto.
R1T.
He sells a lot of electric vehicles, and so he had an R1S. He's had one for a while, but
we just hadn't made it out.
Yeah, so we got into this one and got a look around. It was super nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting thinking about the different cargo aspects and everything. Like honestly, the R1T has way more storage because it's got the gear tunnel, it's got the bed. And
so great for outdoor stuff, period.
But it's interesting talking about our family where it's like, an SUV that has an enclosed back where we could put the dog. We have 3 kids and a dog. So that may be a route that we explore eventually. And then also talking to Andy, it gives us a little bit of confidence that maybe we can bring the hitch weight down on our camper and potentially tow with it. And that'd be an interesting test, too. We're always looking to try new things.
Yes. Well, and, when we got in there and we looked, me in mom mode, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fantastic because somebody could go in the back and we could put one seat down and the dog could be in there. And then, we're always worried, I don't know if there's any other parents out there that have this fear, but that our kids are going to break the USB-C ports because between the dog and the kids and everybody's feet and legs and bodies moving around in there with it sticking straight out, we're just worried that that's all going to get ruined. So we were like, we could space out. Everybody would be more comfortable. And there's lots of space under the seat. So if you're in that third row and your feet can go under the seat, there's room there for you to have space to put your feet so you're not crammed. So me in mom mode, I was like, oh my gosh, this is glorious. And I feel like it had more room in the back. So we had a not a Tahoe. I can't think of what that's called right now. A Yukon. We had a Yukon. That's the word that I'm looking for. And the space behind the third row, I felt like is bigger. Not by much. Like, so when the seats are up, I felt like it's a little bit bigger. And you have that big, like, storage if you didn't have your spare tire or whatever. So it was,
it is bigger back there, but.
Yeah. I was in love.
Yeah. It's still a smaller vehicle than the Tahoe.
Yeah,
and I don't know where
absolutely.
they're squeezing the space out at, but.
Well, and I mean, it is remarkably big though. But the other thing is even with our Yukon, so after we went and looked at the R1T, we went and we watched Kyle's like video of them like putting car seats and stuff in, and they were having trouble with the rear facing car seat having enough space, and we were like
difficult in anything.
Yeah, we were like we had
Lots
that
of
problem in our
The only
Yukon
thing
as well.
is the F-150 or F-350,
Yep.
like those big trucks that have such
even minivans.
open space in the back.
Yeah.
Well, the minivan we had, that was
It was
pretty
better,
good. That was
but it
a
was
Honda
still-
Odyssey. That was actually pretty good.
It was, but
And
it
that's
would
what
still
that
touch.
family was
You were
coming
in
from.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he sat in the passenger
True.
seat and the kiddo
It's
was
6
behind
foot,
him,
just
he's
for
6 foot.
reference.
So if he put the car seat behind him in the Odyssey, it was even still touching. So it's a common problem across a lot of cars. However, like me at 5'3", I can push the seat all the way forward and still have enough room where my knees aren't running into it. So, you know, as a family, we always still like to look at those things and be able to try to communicate that. So someone was asking how our tonneau cover is doing, and I feel like we need to like knock on wood because it's currently working.
Yeah, it broke initially, and then they fixed it. They acted like they weren't going to fix it, and then out of the blue, they just, it was in for service for something, and then the guy said, "It looks like your tonneau cover is broken." I'm like, yeah, and that he just kept it a couple extra days, and they ended up fixing it. So, yeah, it's interesting.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to respond to this over here. So Kilowatt says his is still broken, but somebody looking for an R1S to transport a 5-year-old and 1-year-old triplet girls. Oh my, what an adventure you are having. But, you know, for the 5-year-old, that's one of the things we were talking about is 4 kids our kids' ages who they can manage a seat and moving it forward and stuff. So our kids are 11, 9, and 7. And we were like, this is a really good fit for kids our kids' age because they can get in and out on their own. They can push the seats back and forth. They can manage all of that. And they're not so giant that they're like full-size humans yet. So it was a really good fit. But I mean, because you could do 2 in the front and 2 in the back, so it could potentially work for that setup. But if you can get your hands on one somewhere to go look at, it would be good. I was going to mention Kilowatts and the tonneau cover experience. So
You already did.
Well, no, I saw somebody here even said that Kilowatts is in his tonneau cover. So the names are so small. Sorry, I'd be saying names, but me and my old lady eyes are having trouble with it over there. So Garen over here joined the Rivian, Lincoln Rivian Club, and I've seen a Red Canyon, so I'm sure I have seen you guys.
Yeah, which Red Canyon's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
I did not, to be honest, think it was going to be, but it's actually a beautiful color.
Yes. Did we get the little tag, or did you just decide to be a rebel on the front light?
Just depends who you are. Now we're currently reveling it, so yeah.
We probably should find a good solution, but
well, the solution is to pay $100 extra to the state of Nebraska, but
yeah, to get a little
to put a sticker on your
instead of
windshield.
Yes.
Anyways.
Yeah. It's fun. Saw my first R1S at the Rivian Stories Florida meetup. Still happy you got the R1T and it's just the 2 of you. Yeah, if it was just the 2 of us, I would have the truck.
I would agree with that 1,000%.
Yeah.
The only reason we're contemplating is just because of our family. And honestly, it would even be nicer, well, without the dog, which obviously you have a dog and want the dog to be around, but it's like, you know, if the dog wasn't around, it'd be easier.
He's saying she's old and she's going to pass at some point.
No,
That's
stop.
What he's saying.
So, but yeah, I mean, because of all the storage and extra stuff, so.
Yeah. But I think that just our kids are to the point where they are getting bigger, and so that
It'd be
seat,
nice too.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to spread them out.
For two of you or one kid, or two kids is perfect.
I would not give up the gear tunnel for just about anything. So there's somebody from Nebraska over there. So hello. And then
we're from Nebraska too, so that's nice.
Yes. And Kilowatts hates the stickers.
It's silly.
Anything, even the park passes and stuff. I wish they'd just come on. There's got to be a better way, people.
Yeah.
So, But
I just found something out the other day that people don't license their car until they end up selling it. So they don't have to pay the sales tax in the state of Nebraska because it's like a small fine. It's like $75 or something. So if you buy a $100,000 car and you don't ever license it, you don't pay the taxes until later, which sometimes can be like $10,000.
Good old Nebraska.
So
Eric is from near Beatrice, which is where we got our Lightning from, was Beatrice Ford. Zollner Ford.
And we actually saw Zollner Ford owner Jason Zollner down eating yesterday, or 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yep, in
Podunk,
Philly, Nebraska. So if anybody questions whether we take these trucks, look up Philly, Nebraska. That's where we go for dinner. So, but so they bought both cars there. Yep, they treat you well there, which is great. And they are going to be putting in the faster charger.
Yeah, depending upon what Ford does, they're like the second tier, which makes them install some DC fast charging there. So it'll be a great thing.
Hello, Tesla Model Y6. They are great. It's the small town service there, which is
Chris Chase is who we use.
Yeah.
But Jason Zollner is the owner. So
Tim says we need to talk about the license tech workaround.
That's all it is. It's just a workaround, you work around not getting in trouble.
Or you're weighing the pros and cons.
Well, it's just it's a fine, fix a ticket, and then you got to drill into your bumper, which, or you pay the $150, I can't remember, for the sticker. So.
Well, that was with our, with the Model S, I think you drove around with the front license plate in the frunk for the entire time that you had it.
It's close enough to the bumper.
So it's not fun to put your license plate on the front of your pretty cars. So
yeah, we have it on the Lightning because it came with a holder.
Yeah,
so.
It was there, and it.
Yeah.
But I mean, putting it on the front of a Tesla, it just doesn't look right. On the front of a giant square Ford.
Then you drill into the bumper.
Yeah.
I know they make these things that attach underneath there, so it's really wanting us to invite Kilowatts.
I know. It is. It's hey, he's here, and you should hang out with him.
He's so cool.
Oh, it's because he's going in and out. That's why. Because saying he's joined down there.
I see.
But it's. The problem is I know that if we let him on, then we would end up talking forever, and we have to go take our kid to soccer in 1 minute. So. Yeah. But actually, on that note, our kid's getting a new soccer schedule, so we might be able to make these a little bit longer on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, we think they're still working it all
Yeah, they
out,
were talking about having it 3 nights a week, though.
Yeah.
So I got asked tonight.
That would be intense. 3 nights of soccer a week.
Soccer mom.
I've already got enough stuff going on in my life. But
I'm the soccer mom.
Yeah, he does it. That's the one thing I don't have to do, all right? So, as far as the kids' lives.
So, subscribe to our podcast. That's what I want to get across. We actually really enjoy doing that and have fun with it. And so, we're getting a lot of cool people to come on. And so, we want to continue doing that. So, definitely subscribe to that podcast.
Yes.
On whatever your favorite podcasting app is.
Yes.
Please do that.
Yeah.
Kilowatts, looking at you, Ryan.
Well, we need to have him on is what we need to do.
I know, yeah.
But.
We do.
Yes,
but
nice to meet you, Eric.
Having time or finding time with Ryan would probably be difficult.
I know, right?
I'm surprised he's on here.
Right? I know.
He's probably got 50 things to do. Go do them.
All right. On that note, it's soccer night. So thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks for joining.
And we'll see you back here next Tuesday.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.